slight right 80, slight left over crest to slight left 80, 30, medium right 30, fast right in line and fast right.
With 3 wins in 4 rallies and a comfortable lead in the championship, it looked like Burns was the man everyone had to beat for the 2000 title.
First off, this is a beautiful car. There's just something special about this one that spoke to me right away. Not only my all-time favorite Subaru, but my favorite rally car ever. It just looks and sounds right to me. In the hands of Richard Burns, it was the best car of that year. Or maybe I should say the quickest car. Maybe the Peugeot was the best overall car for that year and for the following years to come. Now let's check out the first appearance of the P2000.
Subaru brought out a new version of the Impreza for Portugal.
The guys at ProDrive have been designing it for the last year, and although it doesn't look much different from the outside, there's a hell of a lot different under the skin.
We can see that the championship is getting more and more competitive, and we've tried really hard on this car to sort of set a new standard, and we'd like to keep some of those little tricks secret for a little while if we can. But it's not a James Bond game, it's also a bit of fun.
Every test that we've done so far has shown that the new car's quicker, so I don't think it's too much of a risk. I hope there's not a risk reliability-wise.
Right out of the box, the Subaru was lightning quick. Burns quickly opened a 40-second lead with 4 stage wins.
Line 20, flat right minus 50, flat left and easy left. 50, turn medium right plus. To flat right, 50, crest 30, flat right to right max 70 braking.
I'm pretty confident about the car, and the only thing I'm concerned about is tonight. If they choose to run this last stage, it's going to be a big disadvantage for us because it means we have to run in the dust at night when there's no air to move the dust at all. And
by mid-afternoon, Grönholm had lost his lead to Burns.
Max braking 50, very long crest 40, turn fast right, minus. Now! 50, very long crest 40.
But Grönholm retook the lead when Burns, who was running third on the road, was slowed by dense clouds of dust left hanging in the forest.
40.
In the morning it was not good on the road, but now when it started to be dark and the dust came up, so I had a small advantage, yes.
Richard, should that stage have been run?
absolutely not. We're trying to drive flat out, trying to win this rally. I'm not prepared to risk the people's lives who are standing by the side of the road in the thick dust. The organisers should not have run this stage. It's not safe to do so. They should not have put me in the position to have to drive through that stage in that situation.
3 stages, 14.6 seconds from Grönholm to Burns. A duel not only for the rally, but for the lead in the championship. Burns had already passed Grönholm twice in the rally. Now he looked confident of doing it a crucial 3rd time.
150. Oikein rouhea.
I don't think so. We will see. We have to wait. We go on a little bit.
Well, pointing up. Yeah.
Burns had no idea how fast Grönholm had gone. All he could do was maximum attack.
8:13.
8:12.9. 8:12.9. We got it.
In 60 kilometers, Burns had sliced through Grönholm's lead.
But it's a big pleasure for me to bring the new car here. The team have worked so hard to get this car here and working properly. That it's a fantastic result for them.
4 wins from 6 rallies and Burns leaps into the lead of the title race.
Despite all those problems, Burns demolished the rest. The stage time says it all. What I like about Richard this season is the way he drove. This year he took the fight to anyone. For example, in San Remo he will fight against Peugeot with Delacour and Panizzi, who obviously had better cars.
To beat the Peugeots, Richard Burns knew he had to hit the ground running. As in Corsica, he set the fastest time on the opening stage at Apricale.
He was just behind the Peugeots and was obviously so confident in the car that he was gonna keep pushing.
With Richard Burns up in 3rd place, Grönholm faced losing his championship lead.
Wet, braking, medium right minus and K right plus 30. Medium left, then it's okay, 10 medium left, 20 K right plus slippy in. 80. Easy left, and easy left 20, fast left. The fast left tightens maybe to fast left 40, fast left plus, and flat left 20, medium right plus 40, fast right minus, tightens 20, medium left 20, medium left minus light, and medium left plus.
Burns showed on the day's first stage that 3rd was not enough. He wanted 2nd, or even 1st. Grönholm was out of the points, and he could smell the chance to retake the lead in the title race. He was driving like a man possessed. His desire to win had got the better of him. From the outside, the Subaru looked unscathed, but the radiator had been holed. Burns and co-driver Robert Reed nursed it as far as the time control, but the engine was cooked and the Subaru coughed to a halt.
It ended up in an accident, but he was going for it, and I really respect that. In Finland, he would be locked in a battle with Marcus Grönholm for the lead. He had lost a rally the year before, so this time he was gonna go for it.
Stage 1 was just 7 kilometers long, but the top drivers burst out of the blocks as if they were in a sprint, not a 3-day event. Burns was hot, but not fast enough. Grönholm was 9/10 of a second faster.
So he tried even harder.
But just when Grönholm looked as if he was going to monopolise the rally, Richard Burns put in a blinding time to win stage 6.
And harder.
Right max in to crest 30, left max tightens maybe 70, flat left in tightens and flat left 50, left max 100.
Unfortunately, this couldn't last.
Stage 11 was one of the longest stages on the rally and one of the fastest. At the finish, the cars were nudging 180 kilometers an hour. With the finish line in sight, Richard Burns was in 6th gear.
And flat right 100.
Well, everything was going fine, and I just went into the last corner of the stage too fast. I had it was a 6th gear corner that tightened, and it tightened a bit more than I thought, and well, that was that.
Burns learned his lessons from these crashes, but maybe he learned them too well in my opinion. In the future, he would seldom go for it like this again, instead settling for the points.
100. Flat left in to left max 60. Right max 40.
I just love the way Richard drove that Subaru in 2000. Just watch how he sets the car up for this corner.
30. Flat left.
It was smooth, effective, but still aggressive.
Left max 20, flat left plus 80 braking, crest 20, slow K left. The K left minus definitely don't come.
Having this nice mixture of steering and sliding.
Flat right, so flat right, 60 flat flat right minus, stone to flat left.
But he also had the aggressiveness.
2k left, 40k right tightens, narrow, 20, flat right, 50.
Despite this spin on stage 13, Burns ended day 2 in 3rd place.
20 flat right, 50 flat left, 80 right max to flat right 60, slight right 70, slight right 60 fast left, minus 20 fast left, 60 medium right.
He made some mistakes because he was pushing really hard and setting very quick times.
60 medium right plus the fast right minus. 100 slight left.
His hopes of a win looked lost, but he drove like a demon. He set fastest time on 4 stages, at one point driving a second a kilometre faster than anyone else.
Flowing and beautiful with aggression.
Flat left, 60, medium left minus to medium left minus. 2, right max in, 70, easy left plus and flat left, 40 fast left times, maybe slipping, maybe 20.
Oikein pyöreä. 8 ja vasen pitkä
But whereas Grönholm escaped by the skin of his teeth, Burns did not.
The biggest flaw of this car was reliability.
The power steering failed about 2 or 3 kilometres from the end of the stage, and there was a lot of oil over the engine. We got to here, turned it off to try and find out what was wrong, see if we could fix it, and then the car won't start. So.
In a double whammy, Juha Kankkunen Subaru also failed to start at exactly the same time control.
Let's ride on board for a while and get a taste of what the car sounds like in action. It didn't sound quite like this before or after. There was something about the engine noise of that 2000 Subaru. It sounded angry, high-pitched and raw somehow. I really love it. ...2000 was definitely his finest year in my opinion. I think it was the car. It just brought out the devil in him and made him push that extra bit. Just look at the stage victories compared to anyone else. In my opinion, he's the moral winner of 2000. He should have won the title that year, not 2001.
Day 2 was all about Richard Burns. He won 6 out of 7 stages and built up a sizable lead.
40, slight left over crest, 2 crest, 170. So slight left over crest to crest, 170, sand entry, medium left minus.
What is your opinion of Richard Burns in 2000? Was this his best year? What were some of your favorite moments from 2000? Would you like to see more videos like this? Let me know what you think.